Africa is a legendary destination for big game safari adventure, but it is also home to spectacular bird hunting.
Up front.
Reach out and touch someone.
Good shooting, Chris.
The finest wing shooting on the continent, and perhaps the world, is at the tips of our trigger fingers.
Good shooting.
It's a perfect blend of family, friends, and fowl on this Sporting Classics. Wow.
Some adventures are found at the crossroads of epic and unforgettable, and they're best enjoyed with a close friend, a companion who cherishes the sporting life just as much as you do. It's someone who knows the magic contained in the simple phrase, opening day, and who understands that the words hunter and conservationist are one and the same, for we've been giving back for generations. And sharing the outdoors with someone who celebrates the history, the art, and the romance of this way of life makes for a friendship to last the ages. One where the sound of a snickering horse, the crackling of a mountain campfire, the whiff of gunpowder will transport you to that same stirring part of the soul. Welcome to Sporting Classics. That old trusted friend who shares your love of adventure and reminds you of the greatest days of your life.
Coming, goose coming. Front.
Oh, look at this. Fair catch.
Good shot.
That's the Egyptian goose. That's a spurwing there. World's largest goose, the spurwing. Those geese are just so big, aren't they? I mean, just when those big spurwings come in, it's just, they're just so big. They're like the spruce goose. I mean, they just can't get away. It's like you can see them going, whoa, whoa, in slow motion. And then, oh.
Vryheid, South Africa. And we've got a big wall here. We're all set up. We've got 7 or 8 shooters along the wall. And we got both ducks and geese coming this morning, so.
Down the end, down the end.
Mark left, Steve. Good shooting.
Yeah, Nate and I had a nice double here. I got the left, he got the right. It worked out perfectly.
Good shot.
One duck coming. Give him. Good shot, Mark.
We're here in Africa hunting 3 or 4 species of geese and some ducks. Having a great time. It's frigid cold, but we're loving it.
This is my 40-something trip to Africa, and for the first time, I'm not hunting big game. For me, this trip is solely a wing shooting safari, seeking out a variety of game including spurwing, pygmy goose, guinea fowl, and ducks. I made this trip with my own flock, if you will, friends and family that live on a shared plantation that we call home. You know, this is one of those, Brays Island adventures. Again, the community at Brays Island in South Carolina is built around hunting and fishing. The passions come together. So you go there for the amenities, but you really come back because of the relationships. It's about the people. These are people that love what you love, they believe in what you believe in, and to have that commonality in this world, brother, that is a rare deal and priceless as far as I'm concerned.
Look stylish enough?
My wife Amy and I are joined in this wing shooting safari by our 3 sons, Nate, Luke, and David. Our neighbor Steve Hicks and his new bride Caroline are enjoying their honeymoon in South Africa, just as Amy and I did many years ago. And Mark Ingram with his son Max round out our pack of Brays Island residents, journeying together to this wing shooting honey hole on the other side of the planet. The most underrated aspect of hunting in Africa is how good the wing shooting is, because the big game is center stage, takes all the attention, but it's really incredible wing shooting out here. Good shooting. And these guys have been doing it for 30 plus years, the longest of any group in Africa.
Yeah, they're doing very well. Not much has got through yet. They're doing very well. My speciality is the wing shooting, specifically waterfowl, ducks and geese.
Oh, right here, right here, right here. How fantastic. Those are knob-billed ducks. Ah, fun stuff. Tell you what, cold, cold mornings. This is like, looks like eastern Montana in about January is what it feels like. I mean, it's cold. It's below freezing out here. Good stuff.
That was some fine shooting by my neighbors. I managed to miss them all. They were too close. That's my excuse. They were too close. One of the best parts of the whole trip is being here with my son, Max. He lives in Miami and we live in Tennessee, so we don't see each other very often, but this is his first trip to Africa and he has had a great time.
Can't get much closer than that.
Oh, so doing great so far. Trying to keep warm, but seeing lots of geese so far and hoping that the ducks will come once it warms up a little bit.
Geese coming. Mark front. Hey! Nice shot, Steve.
It's very reminiscent of eastern Montana. It's an incredible morning. I don't know, it's about 30 degrees, but there's no cold bite at all. It feels really good, in fact. That took way too many shells. I love duck hunting.
The real stars of the show are, as always, the wild game. Some of the stars of our show today. We've got a knob-billed duck for obvious reasons, or comb duck they call it. There's not a lot of them. They're great to eat, just a nice fatty bird. Egyptian geese. They're smaller geese, kind of the size of a mid-range Canada. Striking bird, you know, they all have this spot to aim at in the middle of their chest. And then, of course, we've got the heavyweight champion of the goose world, the spur-winged goose, the world's largest goose. It's kind of pterodactylish. I mean, this little horn on the front of their wing here is obviously where they get their name. Then we got the little white-faced whistling duck, beautiful little bird, great to eat. Whistling duck or tree duck, long legs, they'll roost in trees, but great little gamers. Fun little shoot. Nice mixed bag of geese and ducks. Not to be outdone by the flocks in the air, the flocks on the earth put on a show of their own.
Only in Africa will you get this. So we just had these guys roll through with about 100 sheep right through our duck pass. So it's kind of funny. I've never seen this before. So only in Africa.
Sporting Classics is brought to you by Winchester, the American legend. Winchester Repeating Arms. Walther, it's your duty to be ready. Right on, see the difference. Negrini Cases, ultra-light, ultra-strong, the pinnacle of Italian design and technology. Stealth Cam, proven reliability, proven quality, proven performance. And by Umarex Air Guns, shoot with air.
Over the mountain.
Reach out and touch someone.
Good shooting, Chris.
For me, this trip to Africa was strictly a bird hunt, but for the rest of our party, big game was also on the menu. My son Nate has grown into a true outdoorsman, skilled with a rifle, shotgun, and a fly rod. On this safari, his third trip to Africa, he was in pursuit of Sable. So we got reports from Rudolph and Clayton that they had some really nice Sable on this property.
Early in the morning, we drove around, saw one.
That's a total Sable. Comes out and goes way wide. Beautiful bull. I mean, heavy, goes out wide. I mean, just a spectacular, striking cape on him and everything.
We got off the vehicle, followed him.
He was gone. And somebody had clearly tipped him off. He knew the program and
Gun safe?
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
just very, very smart. We spent an hour and a half looking for that thing. We went up high and we glassed.
Let's see, we last saw him down there, but he was going that way. Like looking for a needle in a haystack.
So we gave up on that, and we're going through the rest of this concession. I mean, we're just trying to pick through and sift through all this great country, and you know, we're looking at buffalo, we're looking at kudu, we're seeing all sorts of other critters out there. The thing about Africa is there's so much wildlife here, there's so much game, and there's always something around the next bend that'll capture your attention. And sure enough, there's this herd of probably 20, 25 giraffe. And so, again, sharing that with the son, and it's really part of the magic of Africa. I mean, just to come here, and it was pretty cool. Finally, we get word from one of the scouts that they had just seen a really nice sable bull, and we're just going along, looking and looking and looking, and finally, there he is. He's just by himself. And so we get out, start making a stalk, and get closer and closer, and he's just through thick stuff. Just stayed out far enough that we really couldn't get any closer, and we're at 150, 175 yards.
Comfortable this distance.
And Nate's just vibrating. I mean, he's so focused and intense on this thing.
Just wait for him to turn broadside.
The Sable was about 180 yards from us, porching towards us.
Tricky shot. I mean, he was quartering at us through a lot of sticks.
Good hit.
And he just smacked that thing. It bucked up. It was a perfect shot.
The Sable ran away.
Bucked perfectly.
You gun safe? Put it on safe.
Safety's on, yep.
We went around and didn't find it right away, and then I just looked off to my right.
Yeah, there you go. Come with me.
40 yards away, there he is, piled up. And
Oh, man.
I mean, just a magnificent bull. I mean, almost 43 inches, super heavy.
Oh, this is the prettiest animal in Africa. I don't know about anything better.
Not a mark on him. I mean, not a leopard scar or anything else on this thing. It was just a perfect sable. And you talk about a 16-year-old being over the moon. Wow.
I still can't believe it. I really can't.
So one thing we do here at Mdende, in amongst the waterfowl hunting, is we do a driven guinea fowl hunt. So basically what we're do is put you guys on the line. I have a horn. If you hear the horn blow, you know there are birds coming, okay? We're gonna go start down here. I'm gonna take you down, there's a road that goes through the donga. I'm gonna put you all on the road, and we're gonna try to bring them down the donga.
Good luck. The art of driven shooting dates back to the 1800s, as French and English nobles would employ a team of beaters to drive the game to them. Today, you can still enjoy classic hunts honoring this grand tradition from Edwardian times. I simply adore driven shooting, and have filled my bag in the forests of Hungary, where hundreds of pheasants are pushed overhead. Jesus, Mary, Joseph, oh, the humanity. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Wow, that was a lot of birds. Southern Spain for acrobatic red-legged partridge.
Here we go, coming at us.
And even in Idaho, where the European tradition is finding a new audience. Center punched.
Nice shot.
Incoming. What a hoot, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the audio portion of our tour. Thank you for coming. And don't forget to tip your waiter. That was fun. That was fun.
This hunt my dad developed about 30 years ago, where we take about 20 Zulus and we try and surround the guinea fowl. So we send 10 or 15 Zulus one way and 10 or 15 Zulus another way. Then we put the guns out and we try and drive the guinea fowl over the guns, similar to what they do with the pheasants in England.
Yep, there's some right there coming down. Got a bunch of them coming down, coming at us. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Nice. Coming down. Coming down. Got a few birds out of there. Anytime you get this many birds out of one drive, that's a good deal. There you go. Towering guinea. Whew, that was a big lead on that one. Another one coming down. There we go. I'm amazed. A bunch of them got out left, but there were still a bunch of them that came this way and they were trapped. It was just perfect. It's a cat and mouse game. Here we go. Got another bird coming. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good damn!
There we go, 2 more. Nice, 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 good shooting. Heck of a beat, wow. Fantastic. I think we got 15 birds out of that thing. That's, anytime you can get that many birds out of a drive, that's pretty incredible. Way to go, Clayton.
Yeah, we got a few through.
Whoa, fantastic.
Well done.
That was a beautiful beat.
Yeah.
That was a hoot.
Cool. Well, you guys shot very well. I don't think any birds, I think one bird went through, the one Franklin, that's all. None of the guinea whales went through, did they? No.
I don't think so.
Well done.
Clayton's praise was echoed by our Zulu teammates, who honored the successful hunt with a war dance. For more epic wing shooting action, check out Call Time, my latest book and DVD set celebrating the world of bird hunting. It's the perfect gift for an avid wing shooter or for yourself. Order your autographed copy today.
Sporting Classics is brought to you by Winchester, the American legend. Winchester Repeating Arms. Walther, it's your duty to be ready. Silencer Central. Silence delivered. Boomerex Air Guns. The year of the air gun hunter. Negrini cases. Ultralight, ultra strong. The pinnacle of Italian design and technology. And by Safari Club International. Join the fight to protect hunting across the country and around the world.
This is kudu, blue wildebeest, and a little bit of bush pig.
And the red hartebeest.
And oh yeah, don't forget the red hartebeest, just for flavor.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
An African safari triggers visions of adrenaline-fueled adventure, but the slow moments are worth celebrating as well. This was a shared experience with family and friends, and we would take time to break bread and reflect on our unforgettable journey together.
Well, we just arrived at this big pothole, and we're about to go square dancing. Square dancing for ducks. Muchos patos.
Up. Good shot. I think we got every bird out of those 4.
It was all hands on deck for the final shooting line of the trip. Joining Steve, Mark, and I were Steve's wife, Caroline, my family of Amy, Nate, Luke, and David, and Mark's son, Max.
We're not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Go!
Got one.
Just a little battle scar from loading over here. That's a good day right there.
Oh, I got one.
Nice.
Right over us.
Night-night.
Sorry, I couldn't wait.
How wonderful that these dads get to hang out with their sons.
Yeah.
Is that the best?
And I must say one thing, the boys appreciated big time. They showed a lot of enthusiasm, hard work, and really great to take them, especially with their father, to experience such great times.
Max.
Max.
Max, right
Max. Nice.
The folks that we're traveling with, the Dorseys and the Hicks, they've made this trip as special as anything. They're great traveling partners. They're great around the campfire. Some stories from past hunts, some opportunities for future hunts. We've really kind of bonded, and we're going to make this a regular group.
Yeah, to the left, coming at us.
That was cool.
Yeah, the hunters have done very well so far. There's some young kids there, and they shoot very well.
Well shot, though. Yeah, so, I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I was coming to South Africa, but the hunting has just been amazing. The campfires have been amazing. Just really everything about it's been special, so just super thankful to be here.
Birds, 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 birds.
Got 2 of those.
Overall, the trip's been fantastic. Clayton, Mdende does a great job.
Nice shot, Nate. Good job, man.
And we'll definitely be back.
Good shot, good shot. Wow. We journeyed together to share our adventures and to share our time. The trip was a communal effort, and our collective thoughts and actions were a part of a larger experience. We would soon return home, scattering in the wind to our separate homes to go back to work and back to school, but for this magical adventure in Africa, we were one.